Hey everyone, Nigel and Luke here, and welcome to another edition of Crimes of the Week.
Police in Delaware say they have identified the remains of a toddler found last fall as 3-year-old Emma Cole. Cole's body was found near a softball field complex in the town of Smyrna on September 13, 2019. It is believed she died several weeks prior to the discovery of her body. Police also announced this week that they had taken 2 suspects into custody in the case, 38-year-old Brandon Haas and 28-year-old Christy Haas. Christy Haas is said to be the toddler's mother. Investigators had previously said that they believed Cole may have suffered from a chronic illness based on the examination of her remains, but no additional details regarding her cause of death have been released at this time.
Police in Florida say that the body of a woman found in a submerged SUV this week is 44-year-old Tracy Lynn Riker. Investigators had been searching for Riker since September 30th, after she left her house without her wallet and phone. The news comes after a green Nissan Xterra was found submerged in a large pond in the Toscana Isles subdivision of North Venice on Saturday. The SUV's model and color was a match to the vehicle Riker had been driving at the time of her disappearance. Riker's husband says that he believes his wife was having a mental breakdown at the time of her death. In the 6 months leading up to her disappearance, Riker reportedly became extremely religious and wasn't eating or sleeping normally. The case is currently being treated as a traffic homicide.
Police in Sao Paulo are currently on the hunt for the leader of one of Brazil's biggest crime bosses, André Oliveira Macedo. Macedo was released from prison after a justice of Brazil's Supreme Court ruled that his detention while awaiting trial had exceeded the time allowed by the law. Though this was revoked by the president of the High Court just hours later, Macedo has already gone on the run. Macedo is said to be the leader of the PCC, one of the most powerful criminal organizations in Brazil. He was arrested in 2019 on charges of organizing large shipments of cocaine to Europe. Brazilian authorities have released no additional details about their search for the crime boss at this time.
An exotic animal collector featured in the Netflix docu-series Tiger King was arrested this week in New York after he was reported by a concerned citizen. The citizen was apparently one of many people who had been shown pictures of exotic animals by Stark in the Granville area. After doing some research on him, they discovered he was a fugitive and called police. Stark is the founder of the animal sanctuary Wildlife in Need, but lost his license in June after officials say he left animals without adequate care, food, and water. However, according to investigators, Stark was able to move more than 24 animals before officials could take them. He is currently awaiting extradition to Indiana, where there are several warrants out for his arrest.
Police in Washington have successfully tracked down and arrested 2 suspects in the kidnapping and murder case of Rochelle Renee Roberts. 37-year-old Matthew Collette and 28-year-old Kylie Craig were taken into custody in Humboldt County, California, after it was announced on Friday that investigators were trying to locate them. Roberts' body was found on October 2nd near a Forest Service road off Highway 119. Her remains were identified earlier this week. It is believed she died of homicidal suffocation. Near the location of the body, investigators also found a U-Haul van, which they believe was rented by the suspects to take Roberts' body to the dump site. However, police do not believe the killing took place where the body was discovered. Roberts' relationship to the suspects is currently unknown.
An 11-year-old Louisiana boy was taken into custody on Sunday after authorities say he stole a school bus and led police on a chase. The incident ended at approximately 11:30 a.m. after the boy hit a gas line and then crashed into a tree and was surrounded by officers. No major injuries or damages were reported at the scene. The bus apparently did not have keys in the ignition, but only required the push of a button to start the engine. Police believe that the boy was likely too small to reach the pedals of the bus and probably had to stand while driving. He was also seen flipping the police off with his middle finger as he drove past them in the bus. The 11-year-old was taken to a juvenile detention center and now faces charges of theft of a motor vehicle and aggravated assault.
A total of 13 people were arrested this week when the FBI foiled an attempt to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. The news first broke on Wednesday when authorities announced that 6 men who were part of a militia group had been taken into custody after meeting up to buy explosives in Ypsilanti. The men had planned to bomb a bridge near Whitmer's vacation home in order to keep police away while they carried out the kidnapping. The group had reportedly been planning the crime since early 2020. They had been holding meetings in the basement of a vacuum store in Grand Rapids. In addition to the kidnapping, the members reportedly planned to firebomb police vehicles and attack the state capitol. 7 other people who were tied to the scheme were also later arrested and charged with state terrorism threats targeting law enforcement officials.
That's it for this edition of Crimes of the Week. As always, if you enjoyed our video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Crime Zone for more true crime content like this, making sure to hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. Thank you for watching.